all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football. So are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay, ready?
50, Mike, 50. Man, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Hey, orbit.
Lock to throw on 2nd down. Going for the deep ball. It got his man complete. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
I'm going to come back to you.
They'll run. It's Lindsay. Preston Smith there on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike's 50. Drop deep, drop deep.
From the 36, Locke finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 13-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. Now it's Lindsay. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Come on, set, 8, read.
50, check Mike, 50. Let's go one more.
Ready.
They'll try to run with Lindsay. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
50 the Mike, 50 the Mike.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins.
Go.
They'll run here with Lindsay. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by McManus is good. But wait up now, a flag is down. If this is on the defense, they're going to get the first. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsay, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Broncos 7, Packers 9.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road, so getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And a nice gain at 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st down, Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now it's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Hey, Delta.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Packers nothing.
Got it.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game.
Pull it high. Check. Get it.
A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Phillip Lindsey with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Let's go.
2 former All-Pros connecting. Rodgers finding his tight end Graham. Packer first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Kill.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards, first down Packers.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. The 20. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive. But they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The reception good for 7. It's third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On third down, here's Jones. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing is Rodgers. That's complete to the former Aggie Jay Sternberger. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Here's Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Rodgers on the money to the tight end, Graham. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 15-yard line.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Space to run past the 20. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And down to the 16-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away.
Mason Crosby a 33-yard attempt.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So they do get to 3 points before they hit halftime. Something to build on, maybe.
Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points. And now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a...
And that's caught inside the 35. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Everyone's got 4. 4 down. Let's go.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
That's what I'm talking about.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Locke going to throw. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete. It's third.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Check. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. It's all right.
Ready?
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Darnell Savage, the rookie from Maryland. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. Shift.
On second down, it's Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
319.
Double tight. We got three down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And able to find Graham, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
They'll go again to Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything, change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
50, check 50.
On first down, it's Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Charles Harris able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
No, move 58.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On third down, Rodgers. This complete to Jones. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about.
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead is down to 28-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Another run by Lindsey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
A gain of 15.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
They'll run on first down. Freeman. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
Get him, boy. Get him, boy.
Jair Alexander on the tackle.
3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Big edge, big edge, big edge. Joker, 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 Joker.
Hey.
Mike 50.
Now a carry for Lindsey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50. All day, punk. 5.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers rolling to his right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. To throw on 3rd down, Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Let him know.
Check 26, check 26.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They'll run it with Jones. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Check tight right.
Kelly, show left, Kelly.
Out there, check the outs out there.
Hey. You got
They'll keep it on the ground. Jones. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Check.
Go to 50.
90 is a Mike. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the buses.
On 3rd down, Jones. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Here's Rodgers to throw. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A lot going to throw it here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Block off a play action. He's got his tight end Fant. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Lindsey, and some room to work. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
Watch the run, watch the run.
They'll actually throw it with Locke. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 1-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. One final try now for Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some